If you're in a rut or feeling something's bothering you, worry and anxiety, something you're scared about, it often helps to take a step back and realize the grander scheme of what might be happening. Sure, there's a primary factor that pushed you down this path, but there's also something that's constantly reinforcing it. And this may not be the case all the time, but a lot of the time it's your own thought. The way you think and appraise a situation. If, say, I just got through a breakup and I wake up feeling sad one day, and I tell myself, in my thoughts, just oh, I'm supposed to be feeling sad. I just got through a breakup. I'm feeling sad. You are changing your neural circuitry to think and behave like you are actually sad. And that's going to exhibit behaviors where you are sad. And your behaviors will then make you actually rethink and think that you are sad again. It's a self fulfilling prophecy, a cyclical nature. And so it is helpful to realize that this occurs so much and so much of the time, and we don't even realize it. But if we are cognizant that our own thoughts can add fuel to the fire to our progression down a slope, then we can have the power to interject it and to change it midway. In this technique called reappraisal, you can change your interpretation of something that's happening. Rather than saying, I'm supposed to be feeling sad now, you can be saying, this is a good experience for me. Because it's happened, now I have the opportunity to meet someone that I really will be meant to be with. you know and even if that's not true necessarily in the moment, even if you can't believe it, the change of that thought pushes you out of this self-fulfilling prophecy cyclical nature of feeling negative. And so just the worthy consideration of something that you might want to use. And even if you're not going through anything right now, if anything were to happen to you in the future, you can realize before you fall down a slope like that, that hey, I'm thinking negative thoughts that are progressing myself towards this downhill slope. And now I have to kind of interject myself to not think those thoughts, because that's what's going to determine my failure. For a long time, even myself, I was I was in a state of like staleness and where I was confused about what I was doing. And I feel like a big contributor for me was that the whole time I was telling myself, I feel this way, and I need to, and this is kind of like a personality that was adapted. And the moment you adapt something to become an identity, or your thoughts have so much power that they become someone who you are, you exhibit, and your behavior that exhibits off you is so much more tied to what you think and who you think you are. This is something that James Clear said in his book Atomic Habits, but to really have behaviors can be consistently come off you, like doing good habits or even doing bad habits, you have to tie it to your identity. If you feel like you are something, you are resonating with someone or something, you're more likely to exhibit those behaviors naturally. So if I tell myself I am someone who's down, I am someone who thinks too much about things, then I will start to think and be down more. And that has the power of the thoughts. That's the power of what you say you are. And it can be used in a good way and a bad way. The good way, you can tell yourself you are things that you want to be, actually be. I want to be someone who goes to the gym. I want to be an athlete. You tell yourself that, you're so much more likely to go to the gym. On the other hand, it can be bad because you tell yourself, "Oh, I'm depressed. I'm sad. Oh, I'm a bad public speaker. Oh, I'm bad at math." You are limiting yourself. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You tell yourself you're bad at something, and then you just do bad at that because you're like, "Oh, I'm already bad at that, so I'm just gonna keep on doing bad." So, just something to think about.